Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about solving quadratics by completing the square when we have irrational solutions. Just a reminder, irrational solutions are ones that we have a non-perfect square. In this case, it means a non-perfect square. Basically decimals that don't end and don't repeat. So let's take a look. Now remember, usually when you see an x squared here, you want to set it equal to 0. But when we're completing the square, we actually want to put all our variables on one side and non-variables on the other. So let's add 55 to both sides. So what we have now is x squared plus 10x equals 55. I've left a big spot there because I want to turn this into a perfect square trinomial. And the way that I do that is I'm going to add some bubbles squared here plus bubbles squared here. And what I'm going to put inside those bubbles is half of this thing. So half of 10 would be 5. And 5. So over here, this gives me x plus 5 squared equals, now remember 5 squared is 25. So we have 25 plus 55 gives us 80. Let's go ahead and square root both sides and we get x plus 5 equals, and we're going to be taking this out of the radical, so we're going to do plus minus. Now, a little bit of side work here. The square root of 80, remember, we need to break that down, so let's do some side work. The square root of 80, we're looking for the largest perfect square that's hidden in there. I think if we do 80 divided by 16, we end up with 5. So the square root of 16 and the square root of 5. Remember, the square root of 16 is 4, so 4 root 5. So the square root of 80 is really plus minus 4 root 5. Let's go ahead and minus 5 from both sides, and we get x equals negative 5 plus minus 4 root 5. And there are our two answers that we need. Okay, so let's take a look at another example. Again, we want to get our variables on one side and our non-variables on the other. So let's go ahead and minus 13 from both sides. So here's what we've got. X squared, probably helps if I straighten the paper out for you. X squared minus 10x equals negative 13. Again, I've left space there so that I can add some bubbles squared to both sides so I can turn this into a perfect square trinomial. I guess I didn't mean for it to be 10 again, huh? So bubble squared, and inside those bubbles squared, I'm going to put half of this. That's negative 5, and I'm using the negative even though it doesn't really change anything when we square it, because that helps remind me that it's going to be x minus 5 squared equals, now quantity negative 5 squared is positive 25. So we have 25 and negative 13 gives me positive 12. Okay, let's go ahead and square root both sides. Square root, and we get x minus 5 equals, a little bit of side work over here, square root of 12. I see a perfect square that's hidden in there, root 4. Root 4 times root 3 gives me root 12, and the square root of 4, that's 2. So 2 root 3. So remember, I'm taking it out of the radical, so plus minus 2 root 3. Let's go ahead and add 5 to both sides. And again, you want to put that plus minus in the middle. So we say x equals 5 plus minus 2 root 3. And there are my two solutions here. Hope that helps, and we'll see you next time.